Do you ever sit at your desk, staring at your screen, and feel a deep, unshakable sense of enough? You're not burned out, not exactly. You're not planning to resign. You've just stopped. Stopped answering emails at 9 p.m. Stopped volunteering for that optional weekend project. Stopped treating your job description as a mere suggestion. This feeling has a name: quiet quitting. And despite what you may have heard, it's not about laziness. It's a silent, psychological revolution against a broken idea of work. And it might just be the healthiest thing to happen to our careers in a century. To understand this revolution, we have to remember the world that came before it. For decades, we were sold the gospel of hustle culture. We were told to rise and grind, that our job was our identity, and that success meant a relentless, sleep-deprived climb up the corporate ladder. Your value as a person became tied to your productivity. Then, a global pandemic forced the world to press pause. This collective moment of reflection was a catalyst. People looked up from their work and asked a dangerous question: is this all there is? The Great Resignation was the first symptom, but quiet quitting is the long-term psychological shift. At its core, quiet quitting is a psychological boundary. It's the conscious decision to no longer offer uncompensated labor. It's about acting your wage. But the why runs deeper than money. Psychologists identify chronic burnout as a state of emotional, physical, and mental exhaustion caused by excessive and prolonged stress. Its key symptoms aren't just fatigue, they are cynicism, detachment from your job, and a feeling of ineffectiveness. Quiet quitting is a defense mechanism against this. It's an attempt to reclaim a sense of agency and protect one's mental health by emotionally disinvesting from a system that demands more than it gives. This is where the trend transcends office politics and becomes philosophy. What is the purpose of work? Is it simply to earn a living, or is it the primary source of our life's meaning? For generations, we conflated the two. Quiet quitting represents a philosophical decoupling. It's a rejection of the idea that your purpose is defined by your employer. It aligns with ancient philosophical concepts like the Stoic principle of focusing only on what is within your control. You can control the effort you give during your defined hours. You cannot control your boss's expectation that you answer an email at midnight. It's a modern search for what the Greeks called eudaimonia. Not just happiness, but true human flourishing, which requires much more than a job title. The movement continues to evolve. We now see the rise of related trends like the lazy girl job, a term that, despite its name, isn't about laziness. It describes a role that is safe, well-paying, and, most importantly, remote and low stress, allowing a person ample time and energy to pursue their real passions outside of work. This isn't a lack of ambition, it's a redefinition of ambition. Ambition is no longer solely about climbing the corporate ladder. For many, ambition is now about having the time to write a novel, the energy to be a present parent, or the mental space to simply live a peaceful, examined life. So quiet quitting is not an act of surrender. It is an act of self-preservation and reprioritization. It's the collective realization that your job is a part of your life, not your entire life. It's the understanding that productivity does not equal your worth. Whether you call it setting boundaries, acting your wage, or simply reclaiming your time, this movement is a permission slip. A permission slip to define success on your own terms. To find meaning in your hobbies, your relationships, and your community, not just your career. The real question this trend asks us is not necessarily, how little can I work, but rather, how fully can I live?